This Saturday's Gold Cup is not just about horses and hats, at least for our next guest. Becky Lee is founder of Becky's Fund, and she's here with us now. Good morning, Becky. A pleasure to have you here with us. So this is the third annual Becky's Fund, and your theme is?
Investing in Hope. It's a fundraiser actually to create more awareness for the issue of domestic violence, as it affects 1 in 3 women actually in this country.
Well, that's a very serious subject to tackle at a sporting fun event. Why did you decide to bring this to the Gold Cup?
Sure, I think that many people are stigmatized that are going through this by the issue of shame and blame attached to why doesn't she leave? And I think that a lot of people don't come forward because of that. I've been working on this issue for about 11 years, first as an advocate, then as a lawyer, and then in 2006 I was approached by a reality show, Survivor, to try out for the show. And I thought, what a great way to use media coverage to, that whole venue, to be able to talk about this issue that so many people are hiding, silently about it. And so I really wanted to use that opportunity, that platform, to talk about this issue openly.
Did you get on Survivor?
Yes, I came in third.
Oh, really?
And actually with that money from the show, I created Becky's Fund. Because I saw, that a lot of people were waiting, I think, for someone else to step up to do something about it. Due to not having a personal experience to relate, I don't have that stigma of shame and the feeling of blaming, so that it doesn't hold me back. So I felt that, this would be a great opportunity to give people a voice for this issue and to be able to create awareness programs, also prevention, to really talk about this issue, specifically working on the areas of domestic violence in the schools, in the military, and also in the workplace.
I was looking on your website, and there's also an emphasis, as you said, on domestic violence in the schools. We've done many stories on the teen dating, the abuse that goes on with young teenagers in a relationship.
I think it was shocking to see, specifically by the example of Rihanna and Chris Brown, the backlash against Rihanna. Even Trump had an opinion on this, and to see community leaders not supporting the victims that are going through this, but sort of saying they should do this or they should do that. I think that there's a lot of lack of information on this issue, it just seen by that incident, and that we could actually provide these programs at an earlier age in the college environment, also in the middle school and high school. So I'm really trying to push for more domestic violence prevention programs at an earlier age, because we see that 1 in 3 teenagers, they see this and they're actually feeling this, but at the same time, because this violence is happening all the time, it's normalized behavior. And so I think that this example showed us there needs to be more prevention being worked on on this issue, both from top, to the grassroots level. And I think Vice President Biden, he created the Violence Against Women Act. And so it's amazing to finally see people, openly talking about this issue at the policy level and saying this is an issue that actually affects all of us. So
we did have another victim of violence, and she was telling us, in her case, it was over 4 generations. She could look back, a grandmother, her mother, herself, and then her daughter. And when she decided to make the move to take action was when she saw her daughter being abused. And if you don't stop that pattern, it could go on like that for generations, because women or men who are involved in these abusive relationships maybe don't understand, I don't have to take this, I don't deserve this.
Exactly, and I think that the more we talk about it openly, the more we read about it. I write on the Huffington Post. I try to blog as often as possible. I also have my interns, my volunteer, people that work with me. Let's talk about this, not just when a tragedy happens. Let's not be reactive. Let's be proactive. Let's talk about beforehand. So an event like Gold Cup, where, if I had a sign that said DV 101, Domestic Violence 101, who would come to that? Versus if I have a huge event, sporting event, and I'd be able to bring that many people together, over 400 people, and then I can talk about this issue in a space I think is more comfortable, more open, and it makes other people who are going through this, yes, I can talk about this. I have the confidence to feel that the community will support me. And so not just Gold Cup, but my event that's coming on even further along this summer, on July 3rd, I'm having the first Domestic Violence Awareness Day at the park with the Nationals.
Oh, wow.
So I think it's important, again, to use these venues, to use that mainstream venue to be able to talk about this issue openly.
Becky, thank you very much for being here with us. And again, the Gold Cup is this Saturday. The event, we're happy to say, is sold out, but you've heard about it now, so you can get your tickets for next year. Let's go to Angie now for an update, and Angie will be at that tent on Saturday.
And I will be blogging about it, so you're going to get all the details, the scoop, right there on OMG at WUSA9.com. Hey, let's talk about your trains.